Hello there everyone, I am Ben the Bold, you are most likely still you, and today we are going to, in the last episode we went to war with Paphlagonia Superior, today we are going to go to war with Paphlagonia Inferior, and, well, actually, just Paphlagonia, not Paphlagonia Inferior, but they take up the province of Paphlagonia Inferior. The big prize here, though, is this little city, the city of Amissos. It is a very well-developed little city-state with a lot of tech. So, you can see that everyone, I have a feeling that everyone in the world just hates me right now. Let's go with their opinion of us. Alright, so some of the Germanic tribes still like us a little bit, but everyone else seems to hate us a lot. Well, wouldn't you? We have just been burning down the world as we move through kind of the Black Sea coastal region. Our eventual goal is to just keep on moving across the Black Sea and then maybe down into the Seleucid Empire a little bit. Maybe even try to sack the city of Babylon itself. It, of course, doesn't have that great a tech, but hey, anytime you are some ranging Germans from the coast of the Baltic and you have a chance to march yourself all the way to the Black Sea and sack all the way past the Black Sea into the Middle East and sack Babylon right here, well, I think you probably just have to go ahead and do that, right? We'll see what happens. For now, we are going to be happy with trying to restock some of our food supplies with the food stores of Paphlagonia. So, without any further ado, this is the region that I want to go ahead and take care of. Now, here's the thing. They currently have, what, 4 cohorts? They have 5 cohorts. If I move these 10,000 men into this territory, I believe we're still not going to take attrition. Perfect. And they have an army of 4,000 under us. So let's go ahead and just put all these troops together. They have an army of 4,000 under us. I believe because we have 10 times more people than they do, that there is nothing that they can do. This is going to be an auto stack wipe. So let's go ahead, and we cannot actually raise the city. Oh, that's a shame. I can raise you. I can raise you. So I'm going to actually just go ahead and start out by raising some territory in Paphlagonia. Ooh, there's those other 1,000 men. And try to bring them into the war. So let's go ahead and raise the city. Boom, we've done that. Are we now at war with you? No, we're not. We'll give it a second. Nope, we are unfortunately not. Well, what's going on? Yeah, so I can't. This makes sense. I wouldn't think that I should be able to, but for some reason I've been able to. Well, you know what I can do? I cannot just do a no CB war. So I guess for the moment I will just be happy being at war with Paphlagonia, and call it quits from there. Oh, looks like we are also now at war with Paphlagonia Superior additionally as well. You're guaranteed by Rome. Does that mean we're at war with Rome too? No, just Paphlagonia, Armenia, Phrygia, Epictus, and Paphlagonia Superior, and Pontus. So we're at war with a bunch of the people we had been at war with not too long ago. You know what? That's going to be just fine and dandy. We are just going to grab more men, more territories because of this. Let's go ahead and raise where we can. Well, unfortunately, we're not going to grab any tech from this, so I'm just going to pillage. Might as well grab some money. We're going to win the first fight of the war. Now, the dangerous army is this one. There's 11,000 men. They have 4 of those supply wagons, which are not exactly super strong, but they do have some archers, and archers are going to actually beat up on our light infantry. Let's go ahead and just put some more people in charge of these armies. Man, we start to run out of generals, don't we? think I'm just going to go ahead and flank them with these. Well, I'll leave my armies be where they are for a minute. All this land that I just raised, I can't raise again. I'm probably going to, once I take some of these more noticeable forts, I'm probably just going to go ahead and peace out of this war. Maybe not even take a ton of territory. Well, what am I saying? I'm going to do my settling trick. Looks like we're going to take a fight here. We're going to win that pretty easily. Yep. Once again, we are victorious. Excellent. We are still winning these two sieges. I'll tell you what, it's this army that I want to fight. Let's take a look at their tech level. So there's no reason for me to try to sack Armenia because, well, they're just not as... I mean, we are just as teched up as they are, which is kind of crazy because we have 0 tech right now. What about Phrygia? Should I think about going to war with Phrygia? They're at war with a bunch of people. No, that's Cappadocia. Should I think about going to war with Phrygia? They're at war with a bunch of people. They have only a couple allies. It would be a little difficult because of all of their feudatories. It's just a lot of armies to have to deal with. But, I mean, if we go and look at the ledger, yeah, Phrygia has 151 cohorts. Well, here, yeah, it says they have 151. Those are better cohorts than the cohorts I have. So, I may try not to go to war with Phrygia anytime super soon. Instead, just be happy with taking down as many of Paphlagonia as much of Paphlagonia as I can. Unfortunately, their tech does not outdo mine in any significant manner. So I actually can't tech up through this. But I can at least sack some cities, get some more gold. Not that gold is super helpful because, what do we really use gold for? We use it for buying buildings as well as... I want to watch out for this army of 12,000. It's really my only threat at the moment. Anyway, what do we use gold for? Well, we use it for buying buildings as well as buying armies. And what do we get for free? Armies. And what do we not need because we have no territory? Buildings. I could use it in dire situations for mercenaries. In fact, if I got so much gold that from, burning down half the world that I wanted to buy a whole bunch of mercenaries to fight Rome before my cohorts ever arrived, honestly, that would be a pretty decent idea. Again, I'm a little worried about what this army's doing, so let's go ahead and just backtrack from it. I don't want to face off against those 12,000 men. I want to avoid conflict, direct battle whenever possible. In fact, if I could just run away into someone else's land, that would be preferable. We have won this siege. We unfortunately can't do much with it. And we've won that siege as well. I think... So they still would not accept peace. That's alright. After all, they do still have one fort and their army's intact. I understand that. It's just they're going up against the largest army in the world. We may be trash soldiers, but we can definitely... We have enough cohorts to beat these 12,000 men into submission, that's for sure. Of course, the fact that we're at war with Armenia isn't great. The Armenians have more soldiers. They have 44 cohorts. I'm still not necessarily worried about 44 cohorts. After all, if we wanted to, we could just settle all of this land and, well, pick up and move whenever we got this ability to do so. Kind of the downside is we're not fighting for a war goal, so we're never going to get any ticking war score. On the positive side, neither are they. As long as we overwhelm them with numbers, we should be fine. I'm going to keep going with the morale of armies. There's no reason not to. It only gives me plus 3% morale, but you know what? Plus 3% morale is plus 3% morale. There we go. We have captured some more territory. Let's take a look. It's 13 pops here. We are now going to be restocking those food supplies. We're restocking food supplies everywhere. Surely you'd be ready for peace now, right? No, unfortunately, we might actually have to do some conquesting in Armenia itself. Don't really want to do that, but I can just march over the border, grab a territory or two, and then march away, right? That's the great thing about being a horde. I don't play by the same rules as everyone else. So for instance, if I see a large Armenian army coming, I can just dip into some territory owned by another country, and as long as Armenia doesn't have a military access with that country, then there's nothing that they can really do to keep me or to fight me unless they want to declare war on the other country, which admittedly sometimes might be advisable for them to do. In the meantime, this is decent raiding after all. I just have to watch out for these Armenian armies. That's why I'm only sending one army in right now. I don't really want to have to, because the Armenians, they should have horse archers. Those horse archers would just absolutely tear my cohorts to pieces. And I definitely don't want that. Go ahead and just keep pillaging. Gives me some money. And let's go ahead and pull out. I think that's as deep into Armenian territory as I want to go at the current moment. Would you accept some peace? You would. We could probably squeeze some more pops out from you. Let's find your most populated city. And 18, 10, 10. Okay, well, I think we will just settle. I want to make sure that I outnumber anyone that I settle in. So I'm going to move. They currently have 18 pops here. So I'm going to move 9 of my soldiers into this territory and settle it. Anywhere else that I might want to do this? For instance, here there's 7 pops. Here there's 18. Not here, 18. I'll do it right here as well. So let's go ahead and, first of all, let's raise this for a little bit of research, and then we'll settle. And then we will combine these armies, and we will settle. And now we're just going to go ahead and sue for peace. I'm doing this very slowly, just a little bit at a time, because, well, I then have to come over. Yep, more Swabians. We should have more Swabians in both of these. This one's going to take 2 migration hits to fully migrate from it, but after that, I think we will be ready to move on to a different part of the Black Sea, or we could actually just move south. We don't have to just sit here and terrorize the Black Sea all the time. As soon as the month ticks, we're good to go. We're now a city-state. And now we're, once again, fully migratory. So these little short bursts of wars, they can be kind of helpful. Alright, where should we set our eyes upon next? I kind of do want to go to the Seleucid Empire. Let's just take a look. The Seleucid Empire, their entire empire, only has 20 cohorts left in it. What would be really funny, and I don't know if I'm going to do this because I kind of think I want to stay around the Mediterranean, but it would be kind of fun to go into the Seleucid Empire, then maybe come down into Egypt, and then across the desert, which would potentially be just horrific for attrition. Although I don't think my migratory pops take weather attrition, but across the desert into Carthage, from Carthage, we just make a big lap of the world and finish out in Rome. Or I could think about just continuing my conquests, or my raising in this direction. Fight the Seleucids. Let's take a look at the Seleucid Empire's tech. Alright, so they at least out-tech me militarily, so I could come down here, raise some Seleucid Empire territory, keep moving farther south. I don't necessarily know if I want to take on the Marians. After all, they have 111 in cohorts. But what if I just walked right through Marian land? It would... Come on. Wouldn't it be amazing if I came all the way down here to... Ooh, this is really cool. I don't know if I've ever seen this before. What is this? That is really cool. But what if I came all the way down here to Sri Lanka and just burned Sri Lanka to the ground? That would be a ton of... Ooh, and they're not even allied with anyone. Yeah, what if I moved my Swabians all the way down to Sri Lanka, and look at how well-teched they are. I could absolutely make a killing in tech from them. I think I have a plan coming up. Maybe hitting up some of these other Indian states on the way. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what I do. But for now, I do think I'm just going to go ahead and grab all my men, and let's move them towards the city of Babylon. I'm not saying that they're all going to go here, but we will start marching across the deserts of the Middle East. I'm loving this migration playthrough. It's so fun. It's so unique, too. Let's look at who the Seleucids are allied with. They are allied with two, honestly, fairly small countries, Kyrceris and Sophene. They do have some subjects, including Bactra and Parthia, and Tylos. Where's Tylos? Alright, Tylos is down here. Not going to worry about that. The Seleucids seem to be having some of their own issues. Of course, I'm probably taking lots of attrition right now. They are at war with so many people, too. Excuse me, sorry I had to sneeze. It happens sometimes, part of being human. Look at us marching through the desert. We are taking some food attrition, but we're going to regain that food pretty quickly to the point where I'm not really worried about it. Am I leaving anyone behind? Well, besides these 200 men. I wonder if the Seleucids have heard about us. If they have heard of tales of these Germanic barbarians coming in and just conquering whole territories, and then making off with some of the pops and a lot of gold, and even some technology. Who knows? We are taking some attrition. That concerns me a little bit. But honestly, it's not much, and because we get this, we have so much food, we carry so much food around with our armies, I think as long as we're able to restock that food relatively soon in Seleucid lands, we're going to be fine. Now, the Seleucid Empire is definitely the biggest empire. If we do decide to declare war on the Seleucid Empire, they are definitely the biggest empire we will have declared war against. And we are going to go right in and try to occupy some of their some of their best land. For instance, Babylon has 50 pops inside of it. I don't know if we'll actually occupy Babylon, but we will definitely try to sack it. This is something I love. We have 446 cohorts. Hopefully by the end of this episode we'll have closer to 500. I mean, we are just getting absolutely brutally strong. Maybe one day we'll have closer to 1,000. Alright, so now that we're getting closer to Babylon, I need to go ahead, just so that they're not all going to Babylon, I'm going to just break them off, have them go to a bunch of different places. Tell you what, I certainly do have lots of little armies, don't I? They just keep coming. Imagine what the Babylonians are feeling, or the Seleucids are feeling about this. Nope, don't want to go into the desert. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and just unite these 60,000 men. I think the reason, and let me actually come back and look at this. This little... Alright, so you had 25 people. I was going to stack it with 40 something. I was going to say, I think the reason I couldn't raid it when I began was because I didn't have... I need more soldiers than people in the province. I can go ahead and just raise Babylon to the ground right now. I would gain about 3 military advancement everywhere. Where am I technology-wise? Alright, so I'm about 41% there as far as the military advancements. It's not terrible. And again, our armies just keep on coming. I want to keep them all relatively close together. But we have a chance to just absolutely just wreck some of the Seleucids' best territories, best cities. Completely take away all of their food-producing territories. Man. Like, let's look at the... I mean, this is such a great little... These are some great regions. Look at all that grain. Look at all that food. I've never played a Seleucid playthrough. That could be fun. Now, they do have elephants, which, well, they might have elephants depending on what they did in some of their earlier events. Man, oh man, I have 150,000 troops in Babylon, and because our army supply weight is so low, and Babylon has so much supply, I am not taking any attrition whatsoever. I mean, I should definitely take Babylon, right? This little mangy group of, oh no, we've gained the infectious trait. I've kind of given up on playing with the characters a lot in this campaign, just because I'm doing this migration thing. Of course, with that said, I do really like how the characters are being used in the new Seleucid update, or in the new Seleucid update, in the new Livy update, that is. Alright, so I want to go for about 10 more minutes here. Let's go ahead and just do this thing. Let's declare war on... Oh, did I move my 60,000 men away? Yes, I did. So let's move these 60,000 back, move these 20,000 men somewhere else. I definitely should give a commander to this army of 60,000 people. It's definitely going to be you. And I think we're going to start this little war off. And again, let's just take a look at how many men the Seleucids have. They have 27 cohorts. Now, those are probably better cohorts. Those are definitely better cohorts than what we have. They only have 18,000 manpower, which we currently, I mean, if you go look at the ledger, I mean, we would be in the 0 manpower. Oh, no, we have 7,515 manpower. I mean... But we have just the absolute most massive army in the world. I'm going to go ahead and, with this honestly really good general, raise the city of Babylon and begin conflict with the Seleucid Empire. Now, I know that Babylon's not their capital, but it's the city of Babylon, man. Of course, that's where I'm going to start this fight. And right away, you can see that they have lots of men. And indeed, lots of scary men, including 1,000 elephants, which honestly is a lot better than I expected. But 13,000 heavy cavalry, that's going to be tough for our light infantry to beat. We're going to really have to overwhelm with numbers and honestly probably just stay away from the heavy cavalry. But look at that, number of light infantry, 442,000 light infantry. So, and immediately, are none of these protected by forts? Not even Babylon? Well, immediately we're going to start sieging down all of these territories super quickly. I guess this is the capital, right? Right here. City of Cilicia. Yeah, so we'll... Once we've sieged down all this land... Oh my gosh, look at it all. We have to hit that raise button so many times. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, well let's go ahead and do it. And just watch our aggressive expansion go through the freaking roof. Does it matter? No. Why doesn't it matter? Because we don't have any territories. We've got to be getting close. Alright, 72% of the way there. Wow. Alright, so now I'm going to move these 25,000 men into the city of Seleucia itself. I'll move you to here. These 15,000 can go... Well, they actually... I'm just going to have them sit there just in case they need to be reinforced. You can come here. These 60,000, we should go ahead and split them in half. We'll move these 30,000 this way. Those 30,000 can just sit in Babylon for a second. Let's continue to siege down some of these territories. Technology, we're almost there. We only need to hit... Well, we're going to get another military tech by the end of this war. How are we looking? Almost there with the military tech. Raise 5 more provinces will be there. Or, sorry, 5 more territories will be there. Man, that's a really big territory for this game. That's like an EU4 size territory right there. In the meantime, I don't see any of their armies. I wonder if they just didn't expect all of their armies are somewhere else. After all, they're at war with several people right now. Yeah, all of their armies are surely in other places trying to deal with border clashes at the Empire, and we just came through and just walked through all of their fortifications and wrecked them. It's like, I mean, it's kind of cheating, right? But hey, if Paradox is going to let you play like this, I'm going to have some fun with it. If nothing else, but just for the memes. Ooh, look at the city burn! Burn it all down. We are raising the world. In the meantime, I'm kind of happy to let a bunch of my armies start to restock. Yeah, just have them restock their food supplies. Actually, you are taking food attrition, so we need to take you somewhere where we own the province capital. Do we own the province capital here? We do, so let's go ahead and pop you somewhere where you're not going to take attrition. About up here where you can restock your food stores. No, you really need to restock your food stores, so let's take you to Babylon. In the meantime, even with controlling all this territory, we only have a war score of 7. I want to be careful. I know that their armies are much better than ours. I just want to make sure that we don't necessarily lose a ton of our cohorts. Oh, looks like we've got some more advancements. Let's check it out. Sapping, siege engineers. Yep. You know what? It's free, so I might as well get the fort defense, even though I don't own any territory. This is a huge one. Army weight modifier minus 10%. That's very important considering my biggest enemy right now is simply attrition. Can change governor cost. Might as well. Hold triumph cost. Not going to be holding money triumphs, but I can do it. And monthly loyalty. That one's a good one. I mean, the fact that they're all free because I don't have any pops that are not currently soldiers, why not do it, you know? There we go. Let's go ahead and raise this city as well. Now we're going to start taking less tech for raising now, because we've teched up a little bit. Honestly, that's okay. We're just doing our thing. For instance, for now if I hit it, I only gain civic and religious advances. I'm still going to do it. I feel like that's worth it. And I'll tell you what, the city of Seleucia, it has not... Oh, here's the first army to counteract us. Let's go ahead and give you a general. This person looks good. And we'll just be ready and waiting if they do decide to come and attack us. But we have 23,000 men to their... Well, look at all the armies we have. We have so many armies compared to the amount of men they have. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to go ahead and raise this city as well. And unfortunately, I know we are in the middle of a war, but that is all the time I have for us today. We are actually conquering territory in the Seleucid Empire. What a fun campaign this is. We started way out there. Anyway, if you're enjoying the campaign as much as I am, make sure you hit that like button, be sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you on the next one.